What's going on, YouTube? It's SC and place to be children, Mr. A&D, and not Deion Sanders, but prime time.
What's up, y'all?
You know, I was this close about to call you the above average Mike Sanders. Oh, remember for WCW, he's the above average Mike Sanders.
Yeah, or I could be just incredible.
Oh, that's a good one too. That was a good one. First of all, that's a good clapback. All right, guys. Wednesday Night War this week. Of course, we have NXT Tuesday night and AEW Dynamite Homecoming on Wednesday. So first off, NXT, Samoa Joe sends a message to Karrion Kross, and also what's going to happen with the love of Indy Hartwell with Dexter Lumis. But over on the AEW side, we got the Labors of Jericho Part 3 with the Juice. And we have the main event of Malachi Black taking on Cody. So a lot of things going on. So let's check out what's happening. So we're going to start over with NXT first to start with it. So we kick off NXT with a matchup with Hit Row, Shanti the Adonis, and Top Dollar. Out there with Swerve and B-Fab taking on Legado del Fantasma, Raul Mendoza, and Joaquin Wilde. Santos Escobar is out there. The matchup was pretty good, of course. Ashanti takes most of the heat. Hot tag in the Top Dollar, and as he's about to go for his hit roll elbow, he gets hit in the back with a steel chair by Santos Escobar, and then they start getting all jumped, and then Swerve gets in there, but then they jump him and hit him with the chair, and then Santos just takes his grill out of his mouth. Puts the chair around his neck, about to stomp down on it, but then, what was it? Top Dollar pulls him out, and he's staring him down. Then B-Fab hits him with the chair, and then Top Dollar gets a double drop kick to them, and Shanti comes helps. So Hit Row still left standing. So I do believe we're going to get Swerve and Santos at Takeover 37 or 6, whatever it is.
36.
Yeah, 36. I do think that we're going to get that Fatal 4-way tag team matchup, which I think will be dope. So,
or they might do it how they do it sometimes. So one of them makes the pay-per-view, and one of them is the next week.
It could be that too, but yeah. but just to have a Fatal 4-way with all 4 of them teams would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
And for the championships, I think that would be dope, and that will be your NXT card right there. Because first of all, I was surprised that SummerSlam was on Saturday. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they gave NXT the Sunday slot, so that shocked me.
I don't think they was planning on doing NXT in the first place. And I think Triple H probably was like, well, we gotta do NXT because we always do it. And then Vince was like, what's NXT? so yeah.
It gave him their Sunday spot.
No, I think they put it on Sunday because there's a fight in Las Vegas on that Sunday, so they moved their show to Saturday.
Oh, so they want NXT to fail. I got you. That's all
NXT,
that is.
NXT gonna be in what you call it anyway though.
Oh, it's
where it's at now.
It's gonna be at the COVID Coliseum.
Yes.
No.
We might have some news on that and it's during this episode. So yeah.
Okay. Well.
That's all I'm saying. It's in danger. That's all I'm saying.
Oh boy! Well, you
we might have to go back to the Thunderdome.
Oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll say that. Ridge Holland takes on what's the guy's name with the jacket? Hakeem Joro.
Oh, see, I don't know because Ridge Holland also has a jacket.
Yeah, well, everyone who wrestles with the jacket on, the blazer.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he beats the shit out of him. Wins the matchup. Pete Dunne, Owen Lord can go, and they cut a good promo. Frankie Monet blames Robert Stone for last week, and she says that we're going to be doing the Robert Stone brand under Frankie's rules.
Hey, just real quick about Frankie Monet. Frankie Monet has went all over the world, winning titles in every top division, and now she's barely wrestling on NXT. I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel upset about that because first I was like, when she came from Impact, I was like, yo, this is a big signing for NXT because we always hear about how everybody's going over to AEW or going somewhere else, but nobody ever leaves from somewhere else to WWE. And Tyler Valkyrie was really big in Impact.
Mm-hmm. And in Lucha Underground. Well, not Lucha Underground, but
yeah,
AAA.
So this is a big pickup for them, and I was just like, why isn't she being pushed? I mean, I know they probably want to tell this Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai story, but she should be next in line. But I mean, you know, I'm trying to give it time because it's NXT. If it was Raw or SmackDown, I'm like she's dead in the water. But
yeah, and also that's like if they were to ever sign Tessa and treat her like this, it's like, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, you're right. Bobby Fish taking on Roderick Strong, Diamond Mine, and Malcolm Bivens are on the outside. This is actually a pretty good matchup. We get to see the best of Bobby Fish out in this one. But Bobby Fish rolls a strong kicks out of 2, and then he hits Fish with a jumping knee, and then hits him with the was it in the heartache or the heartbreak?
Yeah,
because
in the heartache.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Heartbreak Hotel.
I'm about to say I haven't seen him do that move in a while, but he beats Bobby Fish with it. Then we get tag team action because LA Knight and the Butler Cameron Grimes taking on the Grizzled Young Veterans. So this matchup, Cameron Grimes is wrestling in his Butler tux. He tries to go for a tag, but then LA Knight steps down and leaves him a 2-on-1 situation. But Cameron Grimes is still fighting it. Does his little flip, his little running flip Ronda thing that he does, and almost steals the victory. But the Grizzled Young Vets, huh?
I just have one question. It's probably a nitpick.
Yeah.
But why does he care?
Who?
Grimes. Why doesn't he just get counted out on purpose or get pinned on, like laid out on purpose?
Because they're trying to turn him into a face.
I know what I'm saying. If he's being forced in this match by LA Knight, and then LA Knight leaves him to get beat up. Why not just be like, oh, since you don't want to be in the match, all right, well, hey.
But I'm saying because that's not what a babyface would do, though.
Oh, okay.
So like,
I like how, yeah.
They are really trying to turn him into a face because after the matchup, Ted DiBiase
is it
comes
working?
out.
Because I don't think it is.
Yeah, because Ted DiBiase comes out and says, "I know you're a man of your word, but Knight isn't going to be there for him." And he helps him to the back. So
you really trying to get Ted DiBiase, one of the biggest heels ever, to make somebody a face.
Yeah, I feel you. That's not the smartest bookie. As I'm saying, this whole thing about the Cameron Grimes, it's not the smartest thing going on, but I see what they're trying to do here.
This is like all right. This is like that episode of Loki where they was about to blow up the politicians.
Yeah,
and it's like no, the politicians. Do we really care if they get blown up?
Yeah,
not Loki, Captain America or Falcon with the soldier.
Yeah. We get a vignette from Dakota Kai, who tells a very great story and great vignette about her and Raquel Gonzalez and everything. Usually people are delusional heels, stuff like that, but everything Dakota Kai is saying is the truth. And it makes for a compelling story when it comes to their match at TakeOver 36. And she says she's nobody's sidekick. I think Raquel Gonzalez is going up to the main roster anyway, so I think Dakota Kai is going to win her for a championship. But I'll wait for that for the predictions.
I don't want to see that, honestly.
Okay.
I don't want to see Raquel get called up. Is what I meant, because that just.
I feel you. We're getting ready for the next the breakout tournament. I think it's the last match of the first round, and we get an update on Adam Cole. He's not medically clear as we go Zolo Coloride's attack last week.
Ooh.
But they'll be face to face, so we already know how she's gonna go. But we get Trey Baxter taking on Joe Gracie. Do you want to talk about this now, or you want to wait? Talk about what now?
It's Adam Cole's situation.
Well, by the time we're recording this, we're not gonna talk about it. I figured we talk about it on the podcast.
All right, I'm just.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Okay, look, we'll get to detail podcast. You can bring it up now.
No, we can save. I don't know if you're gonna edit this part out, but they are stupid for what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say.
They are very stupid. And about to capitalize with some crazy shit. So it's crazy. Anyway, Gracie gives a guillotine to wait, hold on. Is it Gracie or is it Baxter? Baxter gives a guillotine to Gracie. He falls down. He gives him a 450 stomp for the win. Haven't seen that before, so that's dope. So then we get a vignette. Io Shirai and Zoe Starks. She is in the Japanese restaurant, or Korean restaurant. I'm not sure which one it is. And it was like a little fun skit. She's trying to do everything to impress Io Shirai. Io Shirai is ordering food in her native language, and she's like, I don't know what she's saying, but I'll take whatever she does. But obviously, the food is nasty. She keeps spitting it out. She puts wasabi on her stuff. And, that's basically how the vignette is. I mean, I don't mind a little slapstick. I don't mind a little being a little funny. I do hate the thing where somebody tries to be, cool with somebody, want to order what they ordering, but they don't know what the hell's going on. So, I mean, how you feel about the Io Shirai and Zoe Stark stuff?
I hate it.
Yeah.
It's just
well, no. I know they also try to build Zoe Stark to have some personality also.
And her throwing octopus at the wall is supposed to help.
Okay, that didn't help. Okay, I agree with you now. That did not help. That added help. Indy Hartwell's backstage and she says she's torn between family and true love. But if Loomis does win the match, maybe Gargano and LeRae will realize he's not such a bad guy. Karen Cross in the commentary desk and asks who provoked who. Samoa Joe storms to the ring, tears apart the security, calling out Cross, puts one of the security guards to sleep as he's sweating buckets. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup come TakeOver 36. Then, of course, we get an excellent hype package for Walter versus Dragunov 2. Is this supposed to be at TakeOver 36 also?
Yes.
That's going to be dope. So, main event time. Johnny Gargano taking on Dexter Lumis. Love her or lose her matchup. So, Johnny Gargano's come out there with the way stuff going on. Indy Hart was out there watching. I thought it was a good matchup by these two. I think it's probably one of the best matches Dexter Lumis has had. And a good part to Johnny Gargano. Lumis heads outside after Hartwell been knocked on the floor. Lumis was to go check on her. Gargano dives to the ropes and hits the tornado DT as a distraction, and then rolls him in and hits the. He said, "This is for your own good." The one final beat onto Dexter Lumis, and he wins the matchup. After the match, which when I sent you the video about them kissing, obviously that was a spoiler because I know this was pre-tape.
Yeah.
I know this was pre-tape. So, she's walking to the back, but then she's like, "No, I can't do it." She runs down, and then she just starts going at it with Dexter Lumis. And I was just like, "Oh, so now I get to see it in HD." Because I was like, I thought this happened already. I was like, "Oh, see, I thought it was like after the cameras went off." I didn't know this was a pre-tape thing.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, but the Gargano and LeRae's looking like, what the hell's wrong with her at the top of the stage? So that was NXT for this week. So we'll get to our review of how you felt about it at the end of the show. But now it is time to go on to AEW Dynamite. It is Wednesday, and you do know what that means.
Oh my gosh, JR.
Oh, I'm sorry, JR. He did say it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. He's taking out little parts. He's almost there, Prime.
Because people probably keep telling him how.
He's almost there.
Him being old should not be an excuse.
No, it really should. But I don't think Jim Ross likes AEW too much. But once again,
I don't think he likes wrestling.
I think he likes wrestling, but that's something. That's something.
Why are you going for the 450 splash?
That is something that we can get into later. Because trust me, we can break it down into a lot of stuff. So we go over the whole match card of what's going to happen, and we kick off with the 5 labors of Jericho, Chapter 3. Jericho. Now this is where they messed up at, because last week they said Jericho must hit a move from the top rope. Remember they said that?
Yep.
Well, now it's Jericho has to win with that move.
Well, no, last week they said he must hit a move from the top rope to win. They didn't. They said it, but they didn't specify legit to win the match.
They look. A lot of people were saying that like, yo, y'all really dropped the ball on this one, but it's the return of the Juice, Juventud Guerrera versus Chris Jericho. When I say this match sucked, it sucked.
And the Juice is loose.
The Juice is not loose anyway. They're gonna squeeze that thing out. In the beginning, and like I said, I give credit to Hoovy. He can still do some high flying stuff. He's just slower, but once again, he ain't worked for Jericho in 28 years, and they were just not communicating on any of the stuff at the beginning of the match. Like Hoovy tried to hit a head scissors, he fell and it looked sloppy. He tried another one, it fell sloppy. Jericho was just sitting there awkwardly standing and waiting for Hoovy to just slowly crawl up the ropes and to jump off and to do a terrible head scissors. It was just a mess going into this whole thing. Even when they was on the top of Hoovy tried to go for you could tell he was timing and counting the steps and talking to Jericho before he went for the Frankensteiner. Jericho caught him and they both fell off the top rope as you try to go for the Lion Tamer or the Walls of Jericho. And he's like, well, that's off the top rope. Does that count? But then here's the Judas effect. RGL.
Yeah, okay. So why build up this whole match to hit a top rope move if he gonna hit 3 top rope moves during the match?
That's what I'm saying. They said it wrong because he hits a cross body, and I was like, and everybody was like, "Well, is that it?" And he's like, "No, he got to win with it." But that's not what you said. So it's like, okay. So then he hits the Juice effect. He's like, okay, I gotta go to the top rope. So he hits the top rope Juice effect on Hoovy, and then he wins the matchup. After the matchup, Warlord comes and attacks Chris Jericho, and Michael Jacob Freeman says that he will be at ringside. Everybody thought he said referee because JR said he's a referee, but he never said
JR getting it wrong.
He was never a referee, and that's when the JR did get wrong tonight. MJF just said he was going to be there in his corner next week. So Labor 4 is going to be Warlord. Or Warlow. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I like it. They should have put it in the cage just like Cody had Cody. But then again, I don't want to see Jericho jump off the top of the cage.
I don't want to see Jericho in the cage. Right? After seeing this matchup, and then I mean, so far his best one was with Nick Gage in the hardcore match.
Yeah, because you're not going to recreate magic from 20 years ago just like that and expect it. Like you got to get the chemistry back. I don't think they worked before. I don't think they quote unquote practiced before they went out there. They just went out there and said, we'll call it in the ring.
Yeah.
And obviously you see how that worked.
Dash is backstage with the Lucha Brothers and saying that their Pac's flight was canceled. But Andrade and Chavo walk up and says, what do you think of last week? And
man can't celebrate his birthday?
Who?
Pac. It was his birthday.
Oh yeah, well but no, he had to come here to work with Death's Triangle. Well then he said, look, you will never win HI champions being hanging out with Pac, and then he did Penta keep refusing Andrade's help. So Tony Schiavone's with the Dark Order, and Paige walks in and grabs a drink, apologizes for losing to the match last week, says he'll fix the problem. He has to do this for himself, especially go to separate ways. Thank you. The Adam Page, as much as people may like it, don't need the Dark Order. The Dark Order needs Adam Page. And right now, you do better. Just split the Dark Order up. And I mean, have them just do their own thing or whatever they want to do. First of all, try to find themselves a new leader or whatever the case may be. To be honest with you, but the whole I was over the Dark Order Adam Page thing anyway. So, we get ready for the tag team matchup. Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, and Darby Allin taking on Daniel Garcia and 2.0, which is Everrise from NXT. Which I was like, oh, Everrise, they wasted no time coming over there. They said, please, please, please. So they
work for free.
Basically, they could get a shot. Kingston is a spinning back fist. Moxley a paradigm shift. Al hits the coffin drop to get the victory on 2.0. And that's basically how it was.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna be on Dark or Elevation because I cannot see them trying to be mainstays on the show. I can't see that at all.
Oh no, not at all. They got them a little TV time, and they about to go right back. So, should we talk about Matt Cash's rap, or should we say that for the podcast?
I did not even see it. I heard about it. I didn't see it.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll wait to the podcast. Even though this is going to be part of the podcast, but we will talk about that. Christian Cage is out, and he's going to take on the Blade. So, this matchup was a simple matchup. I'm really not into the new Christian Cage stuff. He hits the spear out of nowhere, gets the victory. So now, since Christian Cage is undefeated still in AEW, he gets the next title shot against Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
You asked for this.
No, I did.
Did you say you were Christian back in the title picture?
No, I told you what they were going to do.
Oh, Lord.
Because after the big news of these two people that may or may not show up, they said, "Oh, we can't have Hangman fight for the title yet. We gotta hold off a little bit longer, and we're gonna put Christian there so that Christian won't overshadow the big names."
Okay. But I don't think the big names are going to be part of the title match.
No, but in All In, they might,
Gotcha.
They don't want Hangman to win the title at All In, then that be overshadowed by,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh God! I hope that's not the match. You think it's going to be at All In, Christian?
Yeah, it has to be because you don't want to do Hangman versus Kenny and have Hangman win the title.
No. I mean, I agree with you. I was like, but out of all the people you could have picked, you could even do the Jungle Boy thing. You picked Christian Cage.
I would not have picked Christian Cage.
But to me, that's not an all in. First of all, I don't think he can. He's older, and don't get me wrong. When Christian Cage was in Impact years ago, Christian Cage was the fucking man. I give him that. Christian showed me a whole side.
If it was heel Christian, then I can see that because he can do heel tactics to help that hide his ring work.
Yeah.
Face Christian, I don't know. I wouldn't personally have not. I don't want to see that at All In. I wouldn't have put that for the All In, but
yeah,
sure.
Tony Schiavone's into the ring, introduces Britt Baker, DMD, and Rebel.
Dr. Britt Baker came.
That's it. That's right. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is getting over like gangbusters. She really is. And I'm like, y'all might want to talk about a term because Red Velvet comes out and she said, Velvet says red isn't Baker's color. She is here because she wants a piece of DMD. And Baker says, look, she beat Velvet in 3 minutes in her last match. Velvet says she has changed. She is 24-4 with 7 straight wins, and she didn't cheat to win any of them. So she wants a women's championship.
AEW Dark.
Oh, I was about to say she was cleaning that shit up on Dark. So she wants a championship match. So Britt Baker says, fine, we'll have it at Rampage next Friday in her hometown. And they were just cheering Britt Baker. They was doing the DMD stuff. It's gonna be in her hometown. I think that they probably should think about changing her face because Red Velvet is not going to get cheered in that place.
No, absolutely not. But I think that Rampage is where somebody comes out to challenge Britt Baker. I don't know who, but I'm saying you can't do Britt Baker versus somebody like Red Velvet at All Out. You got to have like Thunder Rosa or like somebody. Yo,
that would be doing like a Thunder Rosa rematch with Britt
Thunder
Baker.
Rosa is the number 1 contender. So.
For the AEW Women's Championship?
Yes.
If Red Velvet wants to okay. Sure. That's probably what it is. So they probably, you know what? Why not do a rematch, another unsanctioned match, except make it sanctioned?
I don't know. We'll see what they do. I don't know. I'm interested, but I just hope that Britt Baker fights somebody of value, and not to say that Red Velvet is not of value, but
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Dash is still with Andrade, and Chavo says he found somebody who will work for them. Fuego del Sol.
Fuego, who got knocked out last week.
Yeah. Chavo asks him to shine Andrade's shoes. He refuses, and Andrade attacks Fuego, throws him to the wall. Chavo says if Lucha Brothers continue working for Pac, they will never win the gold. As Hangman's in the ring with Tony Schiavone, the Elite come out, and Paige can say anything. Paige said he's glad that they're here. It's something that he needs to really say to them. And then once they all get in the ring, Paige wants to Omega says, "What you want to rejoin the Elite?" Paige says it's the last thing he wants, and Omega calls him try hard, and he says he has thought about forgiving him, but looking at what the Elite are now, he doesn't fit the bill. He doesn't have losers in their group, and Paige strikes Omega, and then they start attacking him. The Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer Dark Order run down and still help out Paige and stuff like that. So Omega hits Paige with the AEW title, and they celebrate in the ring. That big old segment. How'd you feel about it?
It's interesting to see what they would do. Obviously, they're still not done with the Dark Order thing because Dark Order did run out. But I don't know. They're probably gonna be pushing Kenny and Hangman till Full Gear or Double or Nothing, whatever is after. Full Gear is in November. Yeah, so Full Gear is probably when they're gonna do Hangman and Kenny.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that one. TNT Championship finally. Miro taking on Lee Johnson. Now Lee Johnson was the guy they tried to get over for Black History Month, but
yeah.
So, but now he's here, and actually he had a pretty good matchup with Miro. I give him credit for that. This is the Miro I want to see, opposed to the Best Man Miro. And he was
real quick. Lee Johnson almost. Alright, so I was watching Dark because, like I told you, CM Post had booked the match, and he did like this move that looked somewhat similar to the spinal tap.
Yeah.
And landed right on his head, and I was like, "Why did you do that?"
Oh. You probably haven't practiced it enough.
Practice makes perfect.
It does. Johnson hits a frog splash for a 2 count. Miro gets out, hits a Machka kick, and hits the game over submission. And still the TNT champion is Miro. So next week on Rampage, they're doing a Taz, Excalibur, Chris Jericho, and Mark Henry on commentary. Why?
Because they want, first of all, because Jim Ross said no, thank God, and they want Mark Henry to get better at commentary, and they partnered him with Jericho. I don't know why Taz is there. He want to talk about them hips.
Yeah, they got pop them hips. You know how this stuff goes. Tony Schiavone's backstage with Christian Cage, the number one contender for AEW Championship. And then he said, he offered Layla Hirsch some win. And then she said, you know, are you going to help her out later? And he said, well, you know what she told me? And he tried to sing the Golden Girl song badly. Thank you for being a friend. But yeah, she said no. She said, I don't need a friend. I got best friends. I said, what the fuck? So.
Look at the best friend. Dum. You already knew it was coming.
In the NWA Women's Championship Eliminator match, the Bunny.
This makes no sense.
It don't. It's almost like that title contenders match. The Bunny taking on Layla Hirsch. Legit.
But this whole thing don't. For one, the NWA. Look, okay, if you're gonna get anybody from NWA, you might as well get Mickie James.
Yes.
Get Mickie James or Melina or somebody, and you get. No offense to Camille, but I'm like, you just, you know, yeah, it's not established.
You got to be a purist to really know who she is.
Yes, because they don't even acknowledge that Serena Deeb lost her title and all that.
I didn't even know when they was talking about Camille. I was like, wait a minute, Serena Deeb's NWA champion. I'm like, when did she lose a championship?
Yeah, she lost it right after that match she had with Riho and Double or Nothing. She lost it 2 weeks later.
Okay. So is this girl kind of like Raquel Gonzalez?
She's still green. I'll say that.
Why do they keep just giving these women that are green with the championship?
Because look at her. That's probably what the argument was.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Jade Cargill also, which I'll get to in a minute. So Legit Lady Hurst puts a arm bar on the bunny. She taps out, and then Camille gets to the ring, showing how much bigger she is than Layla Hirsch. So showing off the size.
Layla Hirsch is already small in a sense, and then Camille is just huge.
Yeah. But see, also, Mark Sterling says he and Jay Cargill have been busy. They have been making their brand so successful, and they're back to wrestling again. And Jay Cargill, the sky's the limit, because she's that bitch. So she'll be wrestling on Elevation and Dark.
Yeah, that's all right. That's not. That's as much as we like her. That's not gonna make me watch Elevation and Dark. Even I do watch sometimes, but like doing that is not gonna make me watch.
Every time I get the notification that Dark is coming, I kind of swipe past. I'm just like, God, it's just so much wrestling going on. Back in the day, when I had to do content on it, yeah, sure, maybe, but now I'm sitting trying to figure out how we're going to start reviewing this Rampage show, because we got to do at least the first one.
Yeah, we got to do the first two, but the Chicago show is second.
Yeah, so we got to review so I got to figure this shit out. But other than that, time for the main event. Cody taking on Malachi Black. Awesome entrance by Malachi Black, even though he just kind of walked out. But
Cody was so jealous.
Say what?
Cody was so jealous he couldn't do his.
He was
WrestleMania entrance.
They had a little small venue in this one, so he comes in and he pulls off the mask and everything. Cody comes down. We don't get the pew pew. We don't get any of that. But peep this though. The match was dominating because Malachi Black takes care of the match for the whole time. Coach on the top rope, he kicks him off. He falls backwards to a table on the outside of the ring. He comes back in. Hits a black mask on Cody, and that's the match. Pins him with one foot, and Cody loses the matchup. Malachi Black is he just walks to the back. He came out there, everything he said he was going to do, but then Cody gets up, does the whole John Cena thing, starts talking about. Because at first, until I knew this was an angle, I was getting pissed. I was like, y'all just going to just let him win, but you're not going to let him bask in the glory. Y'all just going to just let him walk to the back and let Cody do a John Cena speech. Because he was talking about, WWE didn't fire me, I fired them, even though he didn't say WWE. And obviously he's talking about how they said it's not never be successful, and this is our brand, we are legit competition. And I was like, where's he going with this? And then he starts talking about, that he's done, wants to take his boots off, which is signed out, retired. He takes
Get
one
out of here.
Yeah, please, you serious? And then he gets hit with a crutch by Malachi Black. And then so this rivalry's not over. It's probably gonna be a rematch at All Out because Cody is going to record the Big Show season 2. I like the first season.
No, I'm talking about Cody. Like, so if they're gonna fight at All Out, does this mean Cody sucks, man?
Yeah. Dude, the same thing
wanted Malachi to win. He wanted Malachi to win on TV. He wanted Malachi to win on TV so he can win at the pay-per-view. Cody sucks.
But look, Cody doing the same thing he did at Brodie Lee. Remember when Brodie Lee trashed him in a squash match and hit him with the broken championship on Dynamite? Then Brodie Lee build himself up, and then Cody comes back, and what does he do?
Came back, he dyed his hair black.
And beat Brodie Lee.
Beat him for the belt, yeah.
So it looks like this Cody, yes, he's going to beat Malachi Black at All Out. He's
Cody
going to make.
Sucks.
He's going. I know. Bro, with that, I text you. I said he's John Cena in AEW.
It's like, because at first when the company first started, I was like, okay, Cody's giving opportunities to this person. Then they started being like, okay.
Mm-hmm. So that was AEW for this week. So. Who wins it between you, NXT or AEW?
Okay, he's gonna go away. Okay, and then he's like, wait a minute, they're gonna have a second match at All Out. Oh, so Cody's gotta win the pay-per-view match. Cody can't. Oh my God. I hope they do it unconventionally and do it. Malachi Black went 2 in a row.
I mean, I hope so, but you know the Cody pattern. So, which one is it for you this week?
you gonna take off your boot and put it in the ring as if you got destroyed, like Brock destroyed Cena. You just lost the match. You like, oh, I can't do this anymore. If you don't go somewhere.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the debuting of Ruby Riott in AEW as Ruby Sanho.
When was she debut?
Say what? What'd you say?
When?
I thought like I said, I thought there's a part I walked out. Everybody kept saying she's a part of AEW. I thought she debuted tonight or something.
No, she just announced. She said, well, okay. She's still under her no compete clause.
Oh.
But it said that when it's over, she's going to see in the Casino Battle Royal at All Out.
Oh, shit. I didn't know they could do that. Okay. I know they could just talk and say that. But, so who wins for you?
I didn't know either, but, you know.
Who wins for you this week?
I don't know. Can I say neither?
I mean, you can say neither. I'm going with NXT this week. AEW was not a strong show for me. I just, you know...
I'll go with neither because I didn't really care about the Dexter Loomis India thing. I kind of cared about Samoa Joe, and then AEW, I didn't really care about the Labors of Jericho after the match started, and Cage and Jungle Boy, I didn't really care about nothing, Blade and all that. So, yeah. So.
Yeah, you're right. So, yeah. I picked NXT this week, so you guys can put some comments down below. How'd you guys feel about it this week? Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review. Hit the subscribe button for more Wednesday Night War weekly here on NC Studios. So if you guys listen to us on the podcast, stay tuned as we finish off the podcast. But if you guys are sitting here joining us on YouTube, once again, like, subscribe, and share. Once again, it's NC and Place to Be, Show Me Stay D, and not Deion Sanders for Prime Time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and Nerd Coalition is out.